This is a part 2 video of Married and Divorced. Earlier in this channel, we heard from Kaffy why my marriage is over. Right now, we want to hear from Shaffy Bello, why my marriage is over. Listen up, guys.
I found my calling. I wanted to be a Yoruba actor. I paid the price of divorce.
Yes.
He's a good man. But I got to a place where I wanted more. I felt like my wings were sort of closed in and I was boxed in and I needed more.
Divorce stories, guys, literally I would say divorce stories are no big deals. But you know what the big deal is? The big deal is right now a lot of intentional women, a lot of Nigerian, a lot of black women are now getting to understand the concept of marriage. Are now beginning to understand what it means to share from a place of deep wisdom, of deep clarity, and this is what I'm celebrating. This is what we all need to celebrate with the modern world, with the modern women, with the modern marriages that we're having. And guys, whether you like it or not, married and divorced is a big topic in the black community. And once more, we're going to be talking about it today.
I was living in a home whereby as father they carry on, mama they carry on. Is that what you call marriage? See, whatever rocks your boat is fine. For those of you that are fine with it, as long as it's provided, as long as it's not, as long as men shall always cheat. Please trust me, there are men that are faithful out there. There are good men out there. We need to raise better individuals. We need to be better youth of this country. And the same way I advocated for dance and has become something today, and I didn't have to sleep around to become a dancer, is the same way I advocate for people to make right choices before they enter marriage, whether you like it or not.
Okay, guys. I know you guys literally, a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh my god, why is she talking about married and divorced as a single lady? You probably would get to know why I'm talking about this as we go into this conversation on a very deep level. Guys, welcome back. This is the part 2 video of is being woke, the reason behind divorce. I'm talking about married and divorce. I'm going to be featuring people that have been married and are currently divorced and are sharing their experiences. They're talking about why they took the decision. And guys, basically, as a single lady who isn't married, who has never been married, who doesn't have kids, but who understands the dynamics behind building relationships, who understands the concept of marriage. Yes, I do. I'm having this conversation, and if you're ready, guys, let's talk about why a lot of black women are running out of their marriages. And guys, maybe this might explain why we're having lots of baby mamas currently in our society. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for hopping in. My name is Julie Che and welcome to Personality Highlights. In this channel, I talk about real-time stories and I talk about reality shows. Guys, these conversations are a big thing for me. I talk about intentional people. I love to promote positive work and positive influencers who are doing good, phenomenal work and who are sharing wisdom. The reason behind my channel is actually to help people with clarity. It's actually to help people with personal development, strategies, goals, ideas, wisdoms, and basically I don't do this alone. I try to bring in the things that are happening in our society, real-time stories, and also share reality shows also to help struggling people get better. Right? If those are the kind of things that you like, guys, consider subscribing to my channel right now. Click on the red button. Yes, guys, click on the subscribe button right now to be a part of this community. And of course, hop into the conversation, share your comments. What do you think about what we're sharing? What do you think about what I'm bringing to the table? Don't forget to turn on post notifications, guys, because you literally don't want to miss out from any of my updates. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if whatever I'm saying here resonates. Guys, let's get back to the conversation. The gist in town. The gist in town is that this is the very first month in 2022, and I know before the end of the year we're going to have more marriages crashing. It's not a prayer, but this is like a reality that we're beginning to face in the black community, and I just thought to talk about it, guys. You know I love to talk about trending topics. And guys, the first video I shared was about Kaffy sharing about her experiences and her divorce and saying that divorce doesn't have to be toxic. She shared about the meaning of essence. She shared about purpose. She shared about marriage. Guys, I don't know. You guys need to learn from these things. I mean, I don't have any beef with marriage. I love marriage. I love love. Guys, I love love. But I'm really coming from the Nigerian background, coming from a black community where people don't really place so much value on what this marriage thing really means, because I think it's the most sacred institution in the world and people just take it for granted. That's why I'm talking about it. So guys, before we go into this conversation, I want to share one more video with you guys, because we're going to be talking about Shaffy Bello. Guys, Shaffy, I talked about Kaffy, so this is Kaffy and Shaffy's video. Shaffy shares about her experience leaving her marriage, 10 years ago, the reason why she took it. Let me just share a little clip about this very interesting podcast she had with Chideti. He is a Nigerian influencer who interviews people that have controversial things happening in their lives. Guys, stay tuned. Let's talk about it. Listen up to the clips that I'm going to be sharing, and then we'll come back and talk about the real deal.
Do marriage again?
Do it? Absolutely.
Fantastic.
But you're going to be some heck of a guy to get me to say I do again.
Right.
So, ladies, would you do marriage again if you are divorced? Guys, what is your answer to this question? Okay, I'm not going to ask only the ladies now, but I think the ladies, it's kind of a very big struggle for ladies to get married, divorce, and maybe get back to marriage again. I don't know why it's a very difficult thing, but I'm asking, me, I'm not married, I've never been married. I'm asking you ladies, and maybe gentlemen out there, would you do marriage again if you were divorced? Maybe you find that person and then you're like, maybe I could give it a try. But anyways, guys, one of the things that I have to tell you is that Africans, the black woman, right? These black women literally have so much marital values placed in us that really you can't take it away from us. No matter how woke we are, we still love marriage, we still love that union, we still want to be a part of that process. But the big question is, if people are running out of their marriages and saying that they would like to get married again, the big question and confusing question for me is, why did they leave in the first place, and why are more people leaving their marriages? This might be the big answer we probably need to tackle, so I will probably understand what is happening in here. Guys, I'm intentionally not married. I am very not married. I love my status, so I'm not even going to lie. I love my status. Seriously, I don't know, but there's so much pressure for the African women when it comes to marriage, from family, from parents, from the neighborhood, from the society. There's this label on you need to be married. And so I think maybe that's the reason why a lot of people are just making the wrong decision or hasty decision, or just jumping into it. Now the question is, most of these women that are leaving their marriages are all woke and they got married to woke men. I'm not asking, what's up now? Why can't all those woke couples figure out a way to be in marriage? My question is, how can we save marriages from really going south? Because the truth is, people like me, I'm so scared of marriage. I'm not even going to lie. I'm so freaking scared of marriage. The word marriage, I'm going to run off. I am going to run off. I'm not even going to lie. So there's really, for me, I have reasons why marriage scares me. I don't know if you are part of that, you're in that table, but if you are, let me know. Does marriage scare you? Would you ever want to get married? If you're married and you're divorced, would you want to be back into marriage? If you are married, tell us about your story. We probably might need to learn from you. But guys, I'm not even going to stop at this conversation, because we really have a lot to talk about on married and divorced, guys. So today I talked about Kaffy, and Kaffy basically had to come and address trolls, because people were actually literally calling her out, saying that, you know what, because you left your marriage, you don't have a right to talk about marriage anymore. And I'm like you guys, I'm like, for real, are you serious? How can you say that to a married person that even has kids? I mean, that was so mean. That is so mean. I don't know what is happening, but I think our society has a lot of unlearning to do, because because of these narratives that are happening, it is causing a lot of damage into our system, to our society. And I think a lot of broken people are going to be coming out of these spaces, sharing their truth. I don't know, but I think we have to learn our humanity. We need to understand what humanity means. We need to let people be. And stop placing this label on the status of married or single or divorced. I think this is literally one of the reasons. I've seen job offers where they are giving to people who, I'm not talking about little jobs now. I'm talking about high profile projects and all that the qualifications for you to get this is because if you're married. I've seen apartments where you want to go and pay for an apartment, they'll say, single person, I can't allow a single person to live here. We want someone that is responsible, that is married. So there's really this label the society, the black community is labeling, is placing on people, that is putting this pressure. And I think if that can be addressed, maybe, just maybe, there could be a turnaround. There could be a real big shift, a real mind shift on this current situation that is really trending and really disturbing. I don't know, but the stories of Kaffy have inspired me to actually see this thing, separations, on a very light note. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be married, I don't know what it feels like to be divorced, but I really think Kaffy's sharing a very strong message to people. I really think she's pushing down a very positive negative narrative that is fighting the negative narrative that our society has actually decided to embrace and stand firmly with. I mean, Shaffy Bello is actually a Nigerian superstar. She is an actress that came in, had to leave her marriage too. So why did Shaffy have to leave her marriage to come to start her career? Is it that the men are not supporting? What is really happening? Like, what is really happening? That's the big question. I just feel like maybe our men need to learn how to be more supportive. I just feel like maybe women need to stop running into marriages too early. I just feel like maybe, I don't know, but I think the world is suddenly, I don't know, but the world is just shaking. It's shaking underneath our knees, our feet, and I think it's really affecting the black women especially. I mean, when we look at independent women that are really doing well, they are really having disturbing marriages, and it's really disturbing. As a young lady, I'm aspiring to get married when I'm 40 or 50, but it's really disturbing to see people come in and share that, you know what, but I really love the fact that Kaffy left her marriage, like, and coming out to say it doesn't have to be toxic, and that's the same thing I really have to share. Me looking at Shaffy's experience too, she's also saying that she's also in good terms with her husband, that he was actually a very nice person. But my big question is, why didn't he support her dream? Why did she feel like she had to leave her marriage to make her career work? So is it that if you want to be successful, a black successful woman, you have to be single to be successful? Like, this narrative is something that I really don't know. If you have an answer to it, guys, my big question is being woke the reason why there is more divorces? Is being woke the reason why marriages are crashing in the black community? If you have answers to this question, please, can you help us with it? I'd really love to hear your feedback on this very crucial conversation. I'm going to see you all in another video. Thank you so much for your watch time. We're still talking about it, and I'm going to be coming back here to talk about the part 3 of married and divorced. Guys, you really don't want to miss out. So if you don't want to miss out, subscribe, like this video, share if you have to share, and guys, don't forget to throw in your comments, because I love conversations. And guys, we will have this conversation, whether some people are ready for it